Dr. Chris Cain, PGA Golf Administrator of the Professional Golf Management Program at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, is the recipient of the Southwest PGA's Bill Strausbaugh Award, presented to a PGA member who demonstrates exceptional character, integrity, and leadership by way of teaching and mentoring other PGA professionals. Chris was elected to membership in the PGA of America in 1999 and earned the prestigious PGA Master Professional status in 2020, the highest educational designation that can be obtained by a PGA member. He has mentored numerous PGA associates, many of whom now are excelling in the industry as PGA directors of instruction, head golf professionals, general managers, and within non-traditional roles. For the past 18 years, Chris has mentored hundreds of PGA students and alumni within the undergraduate and graduate programs at UNLV, which is a model PGA university program across the country. Among his numerous awards, Chris was honored as the 2011 Southwest PGA Golf Professional of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our 2021 Southwest PGA Bill Strausbaugh Award honoree, Dr. Chris Cain.
Chris, teaching and mentoring other PGA professionals, it's safe to say that has been a huge part of your entire career in the PGA. Why is education and specifically mentoring just so important to you?
Wow, I don't know if the 5 to 7 minutes is really going to do the time
We're
justice.
We're going to have to work on it.
We're going to work on it.
We're going to have to try hard. Yeah.
So I brought this
that.
PGA teaching manual. Our students are going through level 1 and level 2 testing over the weekend, so if they have any questions, they usually text me, so I have to keep this on me the whole time. But joking aside, about 30 years ago, I had the opportunity to take a lesson from Mr. Bill Strausbaugh. And when you speak to mentorship and influence, this gentleman was the cream of the crop. He spent a lot of time in the Metropolitan PGA, and he was one of the few professionals, I think the only club professional that won every national award eligible to a PGA professional. And he signed my book, and he said, "Chris, keep the stars in your eyes, Bill Strausbaugh." And I think it's important to recognize the individual that we're really trying to represent tonight in this award. And he gave that lesson, and I can just remember it vividly. He had 40 books on his golf cart, and he had his arm just laying on it like that. And there were no labels on the books, and after about 10 minutes of me swinging, he's like, boy, he's going to need some help. So he goes, "Chris, go to that red book over there and go to page 42, and I want you to read that paragraph and then take a look at the picture." This guy was the walking encyclopedia, and he inspired me at that young age. And I was very fortunate to be given a great family life that gave me everything that I ever wanted and gave me a good example to pay it forward. So I think that started the whole process. And I've been blessed to be in a career path in which I'm extremely passionate about.
You know, and obviously, and you mentioned Mr. Strausbaugh, and you know, for over 40 years, his passion was education and conducting seminars, mentoring his fellow professionals. Since you arrived at UNLV almost 20 years ago, you've done the same. What attracted you to mentoring students and your fellow PGA professionals?
Well, you know, I had a great career in the green grass side of the industry for about 11 years, and I really enjoyed it. And I had the opportunity after receiving my graduate degree to work for a university and to be able to use that passion and carve that passion in a way that allowed me to inspire the future generation. And I think working in the green grass side of the business gave me the spark. And I think what has ignited the spark even further and given me the fuel over the last 20 years is really the students that we brought into the program and the alumni that represent the product that we are. And they're rebels forever. They're pursuing excellence in everything that they do, and they will not tolerate being average. And I think that constant drive that they have inspires me to be better every day. So I think that's probably where the passion came from and how it ignited and how it continued on.
Well, you've been a tremendous example for them, I know that.
Thank you.
In 2020, you earned the prestigious PGA Master Professional status. Out of the nearly 29,000 PGA members, only 381 have earned that distinction. Why was it important for you to become a PGA Master Professional, and how does your own educational and mentoring journey help you in paying it forward?
Well, I think becoming a PGA Master Professional, as many in this room and in our association, and Mr. Davis, who we're going to be awarding tonight, is one as well. I think it allowed me the opportunity to do some things that I wouldn't normally have done, be part of a group that inspired me to be better, and to understand, what I don't know. One of the things about education is the more you know, the less you know. And to be part of a peer group like those that are master professionals really enlighten all of us to do the best that we can. That's a personal goal,
Right.
to be the best that I can, right? But it also provides this opportunity for the students and associates and alumni that I deal with every day to see that it can be done, and that we can inspire to do great things. And that once you achieve membership, it's not the end. It's really, truly only the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And the PGA of America does an outstanding job of committing to lifelong learning for the PGA professional. We should all really be taking advantage of that opportunity.
Right. Well, and the old question when you grew up, how I spent my summer vacation. You spent it traveling around, visiting sections, and talking to future PGA professionals.
Oh, boy.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So during COVID, we had a transition to online. The campus shut down. So we did all of our work from home, and the kids didn't have to go to school, and my wife works from home as well. So we're like, well, why don't we just buy an RV?
How long was that conversation?
It was probably about 30 seconds, because my wife was all aboard. Yeah, it was great. She said, but if you're gonna go and get an RV, make sure you get a big one,
Right.
because she's a glamper, right? So with that being said, we got this great RV. We put the kids in the RV, even the dog, and we traveled the country for 5 months. And we visited as many PGA professionals as we could. We tried to understand what they valued was important in their job, how they felt their level of expertise in that competency was, and what their future trends were in their career path. And we collected a bunch of that information, and we're using it to augment our educational programs at UNLV. We're also using it to inform sections that participated for educational programming that could help advance the career mobility of their PGA professionals in their own section. And we're using the information to finish our textbook on golf's rebirth, which should be launched by the end of the calendar year.
What an incredible journey it must have been.
It was a heck of a lot of fun. We made a lot of lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, that's outstanding, and we congratulate you again.
I really appreciate that. I want to have a shout out to my wife, who inspires me to be a better version of myself, and of course my kids that constantly help me grow as a professional and as a dad. So thank you for this opportunity.
Wonderful.